In the last few months, so many websites have gone from millions of visitors per month down to zero, have been completely removed from Google search. There's even big websites such as Forbes completely de-indexing sections of their website so that they don't get hit by the spam update that just went out from Google, because they are hosting codes on their website. It is a very turbulent time out there for SEO. If you're thinking of trying to get traffic to a blog or a website using methods that have worked recently, then you might want to rethink what you are doing. But in this video, I want to share with you a business model that I believe will stand the test of time, and that is local newsletters. And in this video, I want to share with you 7 reasons why I think this is a great business model for you to go for. So the first thing that I want to mention is the fact that from day one, you can make 6 figures. This is a business model where you will be able to make 6 figures. We do not have to worry about the fact that just because it's local, we're not going to make a lot of money. And we can also monetize from day one. Actually, we advise our customers, our clients, our students to monetize from day one, because we want people that sign up to our newsletter to be familiar with ads. It just needs to be part of the newsletter, an expectation that you will see an ad. But as I said, you can get affiliate offers, monetize from day one. And the great thing about an email newsletter is you own that list. If Google makes some big changes that affects the traffic coming to your website for whatever reason, you still own your list. Whereas if you have just a website, an affiliate website, we know affiliate websites have been hit pretty hard recently with these Google updates. Then once that traffic's gone, it's very difficult to get it back. But by owning those email addresses, you have that security. The other great thing about this particular business model is that you become like a bit of a local celebrity. You get invited because you get a media press pass to big events. That's live music events. It could be sporting events. It depends on obviously what your newsletter is targeting. We'll talk about kinds of newsletters in more detail in future videos. We do have a summary video already on the channel if you want to go away and check that one out, like the different styles of newsletters you can write. But you will get to go to these things for free. So if you start a local newsletter where you live, then you can get out and get to these things completely for free. So if you're a parent and you want to start a parenting newsletter, you can get invited down to the local soft play with your kids, test it out, write about it, do a review, and you've had a free day out with the kids. Maybe it's the zoo or somewhere like that. If you are more into your live music or your sports, then you can make sure you've got those sections into your newsletter. And same thing again, you will get invited down to review these places, and people will start to know your newsletter. You'll start to get a brand, a reputation, and you will be able to go to these things for free. The next thing is that there is less competition and ads are cheaper. If you're trying to do an AI newsletter, a crypto newsletter, a venture capital newsletter, these are all great niches for newsletters, but they're also massively competitive. If you don't already have an audience on Twitter or LinkedIn, it's going to be very difficult for you to drive traffic from those social media platforms where those kind of newsletters traditionally do really well over to your newsletter. But with local, it's actually much, much easier to do. And when you do start making money and you invest that into your newsletter, then ads are cheaper than those traditional style of newsletters. So what for an AI newsletter, you might only get 1 or 2 subscribers. You could be getting up to 10 subscribers for the same amount of money. You can also use AI. I think there's a lot of misconception out there. You cannot write good AI copy for local websites, local blogs, local news, and that is no longer the case. And again, you like that kind of content and you are thinking about producing a blog to go alongside with your newsletter to bring in that organic SEO traffic, which is something that we do advise, then there's AI tools to do that, and we talk about those on this channel. Organic marketing is also easier. If you are starting a local newsletter where you live, there's word of mouth. You can walk up the street and knock on doors, pop into restaurants, bars, music venues, sporting venues, go talk to people, start offering them free ad slots to build those connections and then make them paid over time. You've got local Facebook groups where the admins are less strict about who's posting what. You can build those relationships with people in these local Facebook groups, especially if you know you're somewhere where you don't want to start the newsletter and you want to do it. Let's say, you know, you live somewhere else and you want to do one in the States, then you can still do that. You can still use Facebook groups, start Instagram, and you'll get traction that way. The other thing I love about this particular business model is that you can run it on your own. You do not have to go out there and get a ton of staff. You can learn how to do it, and we teach this both in our free content and paid content on this channel, exactly how you can start, build and grow a local newsletter. But it's a lifestyle business because you can do it in your own time, which means if you want to have your own 9 to 5, if you want that job security, you can't quit, and you want a 9 to 5 side hustle that isn't going to take up all your time, then this is a great option. Because if you're just producing one newsletter a week to start with, and the rest of the time when you're on your commute or something like that, you're on your phone spreading the word, networking, spending time in Facebook groups, helping people out, then you can totally fit this in with what you already got going on. You don't need to have a huge budget to start with in order to hire staff. You can do it all on your own, and then when you're ready, get yourself a VA or get yourself a social media manager and get them to take over for you. And the other thing about this model is you don't need to have clients. And again, if you've got another 9 to 5, then this is a great option for you because you're not dealing with clients all the time. You're not a web designer or a graphic designer that's dealing with clients that don't like what you've done, or you know, taking on a big social media marketing client and then not being able to deliver. You don't want that constant revolving wheel of clients coming in and out. With this model, when you get big enough, the clients come to you. Yes, initially you do have to do some networking, but that's only going to benefit you when it comes to getting content for your newsletter, when it comes to getting money for your newsletter. Eventually you'll just have a page on your website. You send that link out to people, or people will come to your website and they'll find that link. They will pay upfront for your sponsorship. They will give you all the information because you can put a simple form, few questions where you want the information, and you get paid for literally putting 2 lines and a link into your newsletter, maybe an image as well. It's that simple. And then the business is happy because they've been put in front of the local audience. You're happy because it's been really easy for you to be able to fulfill on your part, and you've made money because they have prepaid for that sponsorship slot. And it's all really, really, really easy to set that up as part of your local newsletter business. So if you want to know more about local newsletters, if you've got a particular question, drop it down in the comments and we can make a video in order to be able to help you. If you want to learn more about the tools that we use in order to start local newsletters, then that's down in the description as well. We'll see you in the next one.